that first lap out, but our car was comfortable over the long haul, and we just kind of waited and hoped that the comfortable balance that I felt in the race car would be there come race time, and it was. So a strong performance, solid on pit road. I think Chad's strategy today was flawless. About 2 stops from the end, we started to get a little tight, and it was the first time I was tight, so we probably didn't react as much as we should have. Just trying to be cautious because the car was so loose at other times in the race, and just lacked a little there at the end.
Okay, we'll take questions for Jimmy. Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start up front here with Tom.
Hi, Jimmy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
TomJensenSpeed.com. All 4 of your cars were slow initially in the practices and qualifying. Was it just that you kind of let the car come to you, or did you guys have to make wholesale changes? And what did you do that got you competitive?
Man, there's a lot of changes going on through the practice sessions. I think the only car really happy was the 88. I think the 5 was optimistic, but the 24 and the 48, we made huge changes through the course of the weekend and just couldn't get the car to respond. And then today we tried to make smart decisions and put a setup under the car that was very similar to a run that I made in practice that I liked so much, and was at least consistent, not the fastest, but consistent. And then today, I guess everybody slowed down to our pace. I don't know why or what, but today we were far more competitive than what we were yesterday or even on Friday.
Thank you.
Take our next question from Randy, over here to the right.
Yeah, Jimmy, Randy Kovitz, Kansas City Star. You've won here twice on the old track. Matt Kenseth's now 2 for 2 on the new track. What's he got that everybody else doesn't right now?
Didn't realize that. Matt's good, and he always has been. He's an awesome race car driver. He impresses me in his ability to lead the team and make adjustments on the car, and his knowledge of the car. But more than anything, inside the race car, and finding that little bit more. The guy can do it, and always has, and I've always been impressed with him. Sheer speed, and then when you get in traffic and making good decisions and knowing how to work traffic and race cars, it doesn't surprise me to see the success that he's having.
So this racetrack is particularly, is there any trick that you guys have
No,
learned?
it's weird because I have tracks that we go to, and we're the favorite there, and we're fortunate to win often, and I can't tell you why. There's just places you show up to and compete, and it fits your style as a driver and as a crew chief in race car and team, and everything just fits and goes. And I wish there was a better reason behind it, but you can count on guys to run well at certain tracks, and it's just that way.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Nate, then we'll go up to the press box.
Nate Ryan, USA Today Sports. Jimmy, you said you're going to be watching how the 2-team responded. I don't know if you're aware of all the adversity Keselowski had today, but he had stuff hanging off his car. He got caught in that first caution, had to pit, went a lap down, finishes 6th. I guess, does that just kind of reaffirm what you were saying Friday, that that's a championship caliber team? Yeah, I didn't know the troubles they had. I could tell they were off sequence, but they seem to have good speed in their car, and they've got some stuff stacked against them right now, for sure. But they're responding like I thought they would. Paul and Brad are a good combination, and they're both very good at what they do.
Okay, we'll go up to the press box. Do we have any questions from the press box?
Got a shot.
Any questions from the press box for Jimmy?
3. Yeah. He was 2. Was he? I got tight.
All right. Jimmy, thank you very much for your time. Oh, do you have one, David? Real quick, Jimmy. One last one from David, real quick.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up on what you were talking about with Nate there on Matt. When he moved from Roush to Joe Gibbs Racing, did you think that would make him more of a threat to win the title or any less?
It's hard to say. I didn't think much more about it. I didn't think he would be more competitive. I thought it was kind of a lateral move. Both companies are very capable of winning championships. When I saw him flying at Martinsville, I realized that the car had something to do with it, at that particular track. As he's been on the record and told me time and time again he hates that place. And to have him pass me for the lead and take off, certainly showed something there. But I've probably mentioned it too in our preseason media gatherings. I really felt like Matt would be somebody to worry about, and I feel that's going to be the case. And he's proven that.
Jimmy, thank you very much. Congratulations on your run today. Now joining us is Casey Gain, driver of the number 5 Farmers Insurance 85th Anniversary Chevrolet, who finished second in today's STP 400. Casey now sits second in the point standings behind Jimmy, 37 points behind. Casey, talk about your run out there today.
I felt really good. I thought we were pretty decent yesterday in practice, and so today we started 28th and just had to really take our time at the start. I felt the cars were really edgy at the start and took a while, but as the race went on, we made some good adjustments. The track rubbered in pretty nicely, and we made our way up to the front. So it was a good race for us. We were very close at the end, battling with Matt. It felt like Vegas all over again. Just kind of felt like it was really similar to that, and how I could catch him but couldn't really do anything once I got close. It made my car a little bit looser. So just tried a few things there, and he'd kind of block those spots and go those directions and gain the speed that I was, and then we were even again. So it was tough, but we still had a great race. My team's doing an awesome job. It's been a lot of fun driving the cars, and thanks to Farmers and Hendrick Motorsports for the great cars and the preparation each week.
Okay, we'll open up for questions for Casey. We'll start up front here with Tom.
Hi, Casey. Tom Jensen from Speed.com. Congratulations. Start of the weekend and most of yesterday until I think happy hour, you guys, all 4 of the Hendrick cars were slow. Were you surprised that you made it all the way up after starting off the weekend so poorly? And did you have to throw wholesale adjustments at the car to get it to where you were competitive for the victory?
Well, that was interesting because I felt good right when practice started. The times didn't really show it, but I felt good. And then in qualifying, the car felt completely different than what it had all of practice prior to that, and we qualified really slow. And then yesterday I felt really good again. So we actually didn't make a lot of changes. We made a lot of little stuff here and there to try to figure out the balance. And when the race started today, I thought we were really close. Today we made just small adjustments throughout the race. So I felt like our speed was there all weekend, but for some reason it didn't show. But I felt like the speed in the car was there. So I was happy with mine. Listening to Jimmy and Jeff, they weren't yesterday, and today Jimmy was really fast, which I knew he would be, and Jeff still didn't quite have the speed that I thought he would have, and Dale was there all day too. So I was a bit surprised by some of that, but for our car, I think we were pretty close all weekend long.
Thank you.
Any other questions down here before we go up to the press box? Okay, Nate, one question, then we'll go to the press box.
Nate Ryan, USA Today Sports. Casey, I guess kind of following up on Tom's question about how the Hendrick cars were all pretty slow and then you guys rebounded today. Is that just kind of show, mile-and-a-half tracks are so prevalent, especially in the chase. Does that kind of show that you guys have that championship quality that when you guys are behind, you guys can still kind of put your heads together and get there?
Yeah, I think so. I think, we all met yesterday and talked about things and things that worked and things that didn't work. Some of us had more to talk about than others, and so it was a really good debrief, and I think all of us took that and made the proper adjustments from there. So it was a good team effort this weekend, and so far we've been able to run pretty strong. The 5-guy team, at a lot of the tracks from Bristol to Martinsville to Vegas and here and things. So I feel like we have a great team, and we're in a really good spot right now.
Okay, we'll go up to the press box for a question, then come back down. Go ahead, press box.
Pete Pistone from MotorRacingNetwork.com and SiriusXM NASCAR. Casey, the track today, was it the same? Was it different from last October? If it was different, what was the difference?
I felt like it was really similar. When the race went green, my car was edgy. If I overdrove the entry, it was super easy to get loose, and the same on exit of the corner and the center of the corner. Depending on how hard you were pushing, the pedals. And as the race went, it rubbered in, and it just, you got more grip, but it was still slippery. And I think that's just the tire. I'm pretty sure we're racing on the same tires we did the first race here, and it's a hard tire in order to be durable enough to run the speeds we're running.